Hey there, lucky stars. Welcome back to the Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel. Cat Star here with a timeless reading. Timeless meaning no matter what date or time you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a big shout out to all the new and returning viewers and subscribers of the channel. I appreciate you all so much, and I just want to say thank you all for being here. All right, so we are using one of my own decks today. Actually, this deck is not even completed, but it was indicated, or I was guided to using this deck for both this timeless reading and the Aquarius timeless reading that'll be coming up on the channel a little bit later today. So interesting that this deck, I have, you've probably heard me in the past talk about decks that I have, that I do create on my own, and that I have a bunch of them in the background that aren't completed or that I've been working on. I can show you a couple of other ones here. There's this one as well that has, looks like they're all the same cards, but they're not. Has a bunch of different things that I'm working on. There are some smaller ones that I'm working on. These aren't complete, so I haven't been using them. This one actually isn't complete either, but today I was guided to use it. So here we are. All right, let's get a couple of tarot cards to see what else needs to come through. Interesting. What else needs to come through for you, lucky stars, within this message? Wow. Ooh. Wow. Okay. And let's get a couple of more cards here. Couple more. Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. The first card you have here is difficulties don't last. So some of you may have been feeling as if you are in a difficult stage, a difficult phase, a difficult cycle within life, and Spirit is coming through here reminding you that difficulties don't last, that there is that ebb and flow, there is that kind of turning of the times, that sort of thing. Sometimes when we feel as if we're in difficulties, it's so funny because as I'm talking, it sounds like my voice is vibrating in my head. So some of you may be having a lot of thoughts, a lot of intrusive kind of thoughts or words, that kind of thing, kind of vibrating or feeling like they're just vibrating through your mind, through your head, like it's a never-ending cycle with this difficulties or with worry. Spirit is indicating that it does not last. It doesn't last. So whatever may be going on, it may just be, the kind of ebb part, a learning lesson, but it's not going to last. It will be moving soon. But let's go ahead and see what the rest of the cards here are. You have the Six of Swords the Seven of Swords. Interesting. The Seven of Swords. So there's some tricky energy around you during this time. This, whatever this difficulty may be, may be playing tricks kind of on your mind, or you may be kind of playing tricks on yourself within kind of the thoughts, kind of maybe, having those vibrating or those echoing thoughts or worries or concerns that just keep kind of rolling around within your mind, lucky stars. And it's kind of tricky energy, and Spirit is indicating that even though it's tricky here, lucky stars, you're going to be getting out of that, almost as if like a magician energy. We don't have that magician energy right here in this column, but almost as if that magician energy is here with this tricky energy. You're going to be, maneuvering and or being maneuvered out of this tricky energy or this difficult situation, because it can't last. Again, now you also have the Nine of Swords coming in here. Super interesting. With that Nine of Swords, this is that worry, that anxiety. So a lot of you have been, well, really ruminating within this energy or this difficulty, whatever the situation has been for you here, lucky stars. It has been rather taxing on you, keeping that fear, that worry, that kind of tricky energy. But within staying, what spirit is putting through here right now, lucky stars, is within staying within that fear, that anxiety, it's continuing that tricky energy that's around you, and it's continuing that focus on the difficulty, and the difficulty or that perception of difficulties within a situation, or just difficulties as a whole, is what is being perpetuated, unfortunately, by staying within, or focusing on, or allowing yourself to stay in that fear, that worry, that anxiety. Believe me, that stuff is real. I get it. But it's perpetuating that, it's keeping that alive, and making it a little more difficult for that difficult energy, or that tricky energy, to be able to move out. Now, you also have the Eight of Pentacles coming in here. Super interesting. So what Spirit is indicating within this is that this is a period, this is a time, which they all are. There's processes, there's learning, there's unlearning, but this is a period of really going through, and once you kind of get out of a cycle or a loop of thought or fear or worry, anxiety, however that may resonate for you, focusing on that difficulty, having that tricky energy that keeps showing up. Once you begin to kind of shift out of that, um, it becomes less of a process within each time. Now, that doesn't mean within each situation it might not flare up again or come up again. That definitely can hold true. And it's kind of like peeling back the layer of an onion. Once you get through one portion, there may be something else that pops up, and that focus may be there, but you are working through that. You are learning, you're unlearning, you're going through this process, and this process does benefit you. These difficulties don't last, and that is the main message that Spirit is wanting to get through here, that they don't last. In fact, Spirit is saying they can't last. It needs to go through its cycle. It needs to go through its kind of season, if you will, and you're coming to the close of the season of this difficult energy, or these difficulties, this tricky energy, this fear, this worry, this anxiety. Just be sure that you are not perpetuating it, that you are really working on practicing, mastering, shifting out of that, or looking at where that worry, that fear, that concern, that tricky energy is coming from. If the difficulties are being perpetuated by the thoughts, by the worries, by the fears, by that echoing or reverberating kind of energy within your mind, with those thoughts, those worries, those concerns, if it's being perpetuated, focus on mastering that shifting out, and or finding out why that's happening or continuing to happen, and how you can work with that, and or fix it, is the word coming through here, which fix, yeah, I don't think it's broken, but be able to shift out of that a little bit quicker. Now, you also have, interesting, some unexpected news. Communication may shake up your world, and then within that, you also have the Three of Swords coming in here. Isn't that interesting? So this Three of Swords, this can be a very difficult situation. It can be heartbreak. It can be something that comes to light, a truth that you did not know was going to be coming out, or was even a thing or an issue or anything that was even going on. Lucky stars, this is coming through as a lesson as well. So this is coming through with some maturing energy, some intelligence, emotional and intellectual intelligence that can be gained throughout this process. There is this energy of really, really having kind of this, it's almost like this unraveling, but an unnecessary unraveling that can get you to this kind of new place, this new space within life, because you also have the Devil coming in here, which is super interesting. So whatever this unexpected news, communication that may shake up your world, it could lead to some heartbreak, some grief. This could be within regards to relationships, whether romantic or platonic, within family, within friendships, within anything within your life, lucky stars. But it is here to shake up your world, and that is because you also have the death card here. So there is a change, a transformation that is coming in within this. This is almost like the lesson that you need to learn or unlearn coming through here, lucky stars, to create this transformation, this movement, this growth within you. But it's happening from the inside out, right? This news, this communication, this unexpected kind of shaking up your world, however that resonates for you, is happening so that you can create movement within yourself. So that you can, really focus on what you do want versus what you don't want, and also get that information, right? Sometimes we don't know what we don't want until that shows up, until that happens. And that transformation that's coming through is a process to assist you in unlearning, to assist you in relearning, to assist you in this transformation that is taking place right now, because you also have this gorgeous energy over here that something you've been waiting for is showing up. So this is potentially happening over here, lucky stars, with all of the difficulties don't last, that reminder, the unexpected news shaking up your world. It is all happening to make space, to make room. Without this space or this room that this is facilitating, that this is creating, this something that you've been waiting for that is showing up potentially wouldn't have been able to come through, because there's just too much going on over here. There's a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of moving pieces over here that potentially is creating obstacles and or blocks to this manifesting, to this coming through. This is something that you have been waiting for, and there's a potential for you here, lucky stars. What's coming through is that this is where this worry, anxiety, this fear is coming from. For some of you, is because this isn't or hasn't been manifesting. It's something that you have wanted for a minute, for a while, and it hasn't shown up. And some of you have been very, very concerned, very disheartened by the fact that it hasn't. But until this process happens, right, it doesn't, there's not enough space, enough room for that to come in, and or you're blocking it or creating obstacles to it being able to come in freely, to be able to flow in, lucky stars, because you've got all of this other tricky energy, all of this other stuff kind of happening over here. So this shaking up your world here, this transformation, this lesson that is coming through is happening so that this space can be opened up for this thing that you have been waiting for. It could be a relationship, it could be finances, it could be a career, a job, a new home, a new car, however that resonates for you. This is happening to open up space for this to be able to come in. It hasn't been able to move in because of all of this. So wow, that's really gorgeous. So something you've been waiting for is showing up, lucky stars. You also have the Judgment card here. Isn't that interesting? So this is coming through, this is happening because you have let yourself grow and evolve within whatever this may be. Now, this is a timeless reading. So again, whenever you come across this, you're going to know what the difficulties are, what you have been kind of letting ruminate or grow within your mind. If that resonates for you, where that tricky energy is coming from, you're going to be able to see or know that unexpected news, that communication that is there to shake your world up. It's not there to shake your world up in a negative way, although at the time it can definitely feel that way, but it is there to bring that lesson and that transformation so that this, whatever this is that you've been waiting for to show up, that it can. And with the Judgment card, that it's just showing that growth, that evolution, that moving from or away from this, or dealing with or healing this over here, is creating that growth and that movement within that. Now you also have the Three of Wands, which is super interesting because again, some of you have been waiting for this, right? The Three of Wands can be a card of waiting. Some of you have been waiting for this for quite a long time, but Spirit is indicating here that it is time to embark on this something new after or within. This whole thing is a process of letting go of this so that you can embark on this something new, so that you're not any longer waiting for this beautiful something, whatever that may be for you here, Lucky Stars. You know your story, whatever it is you've been waiting for, so that that can come in, so that you can embark on this transformation, almost on this new beginning that is coming through right within this transformation. Wow, this is super gorgeous. And then you also have the Two of Pentacles coming in here. So um, this all needed to happen here, Lucky Stars, so that you could prioritize, so that you could balance, so that you could really, really, let go of things, transform, transmute what isn't working anymore. The shakeup, sometimes Spirit facilitates a shakeup within your life because things are so out of balance. You're so potentially focused one way, and Spirit's like, dang, I'm really, really working through here, Lucky Stars, to bring this thing that you have been wanting, this thing that you have been waiting for. I am really, really working. On my end here, I'm working my little butt off, right? Or however, I don't know, Spirit. That's not the words that actually came through, but it's PG on this channel for the most part. So there's that. I'm really working to bring this through, but I need you to do a little bit here too, Lucky Star. So this is really, you've been prioritizing, you've been, either you have, or Spirit is creating this so that you do have to prioritize, and there is a rebalancing, more of a natural rebalancing coming up, so that there's room, there's making space, there's that opening for this to show up. What a gorgeous reading for you, Lucky Stars. Super, super gorgeous. So this is all, remember, the main thing is it's happening for you, not to you. And difficulties don't last. They come, they go. And it's all part of that process, part of that transformation, part of that learning, part of that growth, part of that evolution that we all kind of signed up for when we came into being here on this planet. So, all right, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit that like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. Also, if you are an Aquarius, please do check back on the channel just a little bit later, as there will also be an Aquarius reading, timeless reading, that will be being uploaded and go live a little bit later. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.